Is the Iran war part of God's plan? Let's talk about it. Question: what religion teaches that a warrior who dies for a great cause will be rewarded with eternal honor, that sacrifice in battle leads to glory beyond death, and celebrates the fallen warriors as entering some kind of heroic afterlife? That's definitely not Christianity. That's Norse religion, you know, the belief system of the Vikings. Now let's check out this clip from Pete Hegseth.
Sacrifices on behalf of one's country is born in one thing: a deep and abiding belief in God's love for us and his promise of eternal life. The passage says, "For whoever would save his life will lose it, and whoever loses his life for my sake and the gospel's will save it." The warrior is willing to lay down his life for his unit, his country, and his creator. That warrior finds eternal life.
Pete gave that speech to an audience of Christian nationalists at the National Prayer Breakfast. Does that sound more like the gospel or Valhalla? In Norse belief, warriors who died bravely in combat were taken to Valhalla. It was a place where they were honored and prepared for the final battle of Ragnarok. Ragnarok is basically their end times final battle, kind of like how people talk about Armageddon in Revelation, except Christianity doesn't teach salvation through warrior glory. Orthodox Christian theology teaches that eternal life comes through Christ, so when you start framing war as part of God's plan, like this viral report, it becomes dangerously easy to turn geopolitical conflict into something it's not. Trump wasn't appointed by Christ to wage war. We sinful people are not to decide if this war is ordained by God or not. This is why the American church needs stronger biblical literacy. We need to ask what actually constitutes salvation. Also, why were books like Revelation written? Were they about modern day America, or were they about persecuted Christians living under Nero? Yeah, now's a time for serious spiritual discernment, especially for the sake of our soldiers, when we have leaders like Hegseth turning our faith into a ploy for power and conquest. We as the church should resist any movement that turns our faith into something that it was never meant to be. God bless.